quick start. Oh, yeah. All right.
I tell you what, a person who believes that this wasn't set up by our own government is an idiot.
Before we get into these rules, I want to talk about our new first, second quarter vocabulary word. But before we can even get to that vocabulary word, we need to talk about a word you already know. It's not new. But I think our understanding of this word is a bit warped. I think our understanding of this word is based on a misconception, based on a definition that we have developed, and we've added a lot to it. So let's talk about this word, friend. It is a noun, of course. It's Old English. So it's been in the English language since the language of English has been English. Although they call it Old English, English is a very new language. When we talk about the major languages of the world, it's only a few hundred years old. It's very, very new. And it's constantly being developed. The definition may be close to your definition. A person with whom one has a bond of mutual affection. And this is outside of any romantic relationship. This is the basic meaning of friend. So here's the issue with teenagers. And I'm going to bring this back to the point we made on Sunday. Doing the right thing at the wrong time. So how do we apply this to this? Well, it's quite simple. And I heard this so much when I was a teenager. And it didn't sink in until 12th grade, which is always too late. You don't have friends at school. I heard this from my mother. I heard this from principals. I heard this from everybody, adult. You ain't got friends at school. What do you mean your friend was doing? What do you mean you were with your friend? You don't have a friend at school. I don't send you to school to be with your friends. These are the comments I used to hear. And I never understood the why. Now, nobody said you shouldn't have friends outside of school. Nobody said that. Friends are necessary to a certain degree. But at school is the wrong time. And I want to quote another student. I'm not going to say who the student is, but I'm going to tell you what the student told me. It feels so awkward speaking in English with my friend. I just can't do it. And that was inside of the English class during the English lesson. In a group activity where they were required to speak English, they couldn't. They just couldn't. It's just like, I can't. And that's where the quote came from. I just can't. It's so awkward to speak with my friend in English. So I want to help you. I'm about to introduce to you a word. And I heard this word many times in high school and after high school. And when you teach someone business English, you teach them this word and you help them to understand this word, because many people have this problem. Even after school, they take the same concept of friends into work. I don't have a friend at this school as far as the people I work with. I do not see them or talk to them after I walk out of the gate. So what do I call them if by chance I'm with someone I know and I see someone I work with at school and I want to introduce them? What do I say? And this is where business English comes in. And here's the word. It's called a colleague. It's called a colleague. It is a noun. It came a little later in the development of English, the 16th century. And here's the definition. A person with whom one works in a profession or business. Now, this is a concept you have to get. If you don't get this concept, you're going to fail before you get started. At work, you have colleagues. At school, you have colleagues. You don't have friends. Friends don't exist when you go to work, and your work is school. They don't exist. You have colleagues. Because see, with a colleague, you're both at that particular place for the same reason. If it's school, it's to learn. If it's work, it's to work. So you have something you have to do, a responsibility that you have to do. And if you forget this word, and that person becomes your friend, then you no longer have that focus. You no longer do that thing you're supposed to be doing. You will get fired from your job. You will fail a test. It's the same difference. This word colleague has nothing to do with friend. And I hear so many times, oh, I can't be in this group with this person. He this, he that, she this. And it's always usually based on, I just don't like that person. And I want to make a really good point here, and I want you to understand this. I led the charge for the classes to be separated based on your level. Because a teacher can give you the information better when they are with a class who on the same level. They change their teaching style. They may even come with different material, easily understood material, different assignments, everything. And I led the charge. We came this close to separating this class. But you know what made me drop the ball? Made me walk off the field, leave the stadium? We're going to separate the class, but we're going to do it based on friends. Based on friends. We're going to keep the friends together.
No, we're colleagues.
That's the most idiotic, unacademic, ridiculous, regressive thing that I had ever heard. Completely illogical. If you're in an academic institution and you're supposed to be learning, what does friends have to do with it? So in other words, your future will be determined based on your friendship, knowing that teenagers make that absolute wrong decisions when it comes to friends. It's probably one of the biggest things parents complain about. Nobody makes good decisions when it comes to friends, especially at this age. This is impossible. It's not even in human nature. I didn't. I don't know anybody who did. It caused the biggest arguments at home. Because your parents can see that it's a friend that you shouldn't be with, but you can't see because you're so in love with your friend that you can't even fathom the thought of getting rid of that person who's causing you the most negativity. To separate a class based on that is beyond illogical. It's just not even like putting any type of brain matter to the issue. And, it's a dead end. I dropped the ball. I didn't care. I said the class can be 50 people. It doesn't matter to me. Because I'd rather for it to be that than to separate it based on friends, because nothing's going to get done in terms of academics. So, you need to make a change. Because some of you have allowed your friends to pull you in to do certain things academically, in school, in class, that is going to cause your demise. Your friends encourage you to do stupid things, not do homework assignments, not consider getting serious about reading, cheating, plagiarizing, disrespecting teachers. The list just goes on. In more serious cases, smoking drugs, skipping class, skipping school, everything, even down to taking the SAT 5 or 6 times, going to the wrong tutor, just because your friend is there. The person with the most friends is the biggest follower. That's a person who doesn't think for themselves. They have low self-esteem. They need people in every aspect of their lives to encourage them because they can't encourage themselves. So they surround themselves with a bunch of people and they live for them. They wake up with them. They go to sleep with them. They eat with them. They go to school with them. And every minute minute of the day, they have to have a friend there. They can't live without them. That's a person who is a follower, not an individual. This word colleague is an individual. They're individual because they have a job to do. They come to work, they do that job, and they go home. They have other colleagues, other individuals. They also do the same thing. If you want to stop being a follower, if you want to start being a person who's serious about what you need to do in the future, and stop following your friend, because some of you are on a higher level academically than your friend, I know it for a fact. But you are allowing yourself to be held back because of your relationship with your friend. I don't know why. Maybe you don't want your friend to feel bad. Maybe you just want to be with your friend. I'm going to fail with my friend because my friend is going to fail. I'm not going to come talk to Mr. Quick because I have a problem because, I can't take my friend with me to Mr. Quick because my friend don't want to go talk to Mr. Quick. So I'm going to just stay down here and talk to my friend instead of going to Mr. Quick and asking for help. In Islamic school.
We'll talk about tomorrow. Yeah, that's rolling the hard way. We don't want to roll quite that hard. We want to get one of them little minibuses.
What's up?
person who believes that this wasn't set up by our own government is an idiot.
Everybody's gone out of their mind.
Welcome to Mr. Quick's class.
Welcome to Mr. Quick's class.
Welcome to Mr. Quick's class.
Welcome, Mr. Quick's class.
Oh, yeah. All right. All right.